Did you miss me? It's been a while. I have filmed videos that I planned on posting, but editing takes a long time, and I've been working a lot more, which brings us to this video. It's going to be a little story time about work, what happened today. It's a good story, I promise. It's not very long, so this video shouldn't be too long. You shouldn't have to sit through much, except for me rambling when I forget what I'm talking about. Oh, but before I get on with my story time, look how cute this is. I have this one, and I have this one. It's a big boy. I also have one that's like this big, but it's up, like, in my room, a different place, so I didn't feel like getting it. But these two babies are here with me today. I can't really put them anywhere, or I would put them in my video. I don't think a baby will sit there. Okay. But that's not what today is about. Today is about the story time from work today. So, I've made a lot of friends at my job that I have now, and I really like it. Like, it's a good job and everything, and I like it so much more than my last job, which, if you don't know, was a Dollar General. Horrible. Hated it, but that's for another day. Anyways, today's story, though, is about one of my friends. Let's see, we'll call her Jessica. That's not her name, but that's what we're gonna call her. She was like super tired today and just needed some caffeine, so I offered to go to Starbucks, like, in the place that I work. So it wasn't like I was just leaving my job in the middle of it. It only took a couple minutes, but I went in and got coffee for me and her, and so I got, what did I get? Oh, I got the caramel ribbon crunch frappuccino. It's very good. I got extra crunch, which I probably shouldn't have because I almost choked on it, but it was still really good despite that. And so she wanted this order, and I'm gonna look, I have it on paper right here because I'm gonna read it to you exactly how she wrote it. So she wrote 4-shot espresso, and then under it she wrote medium, and then she wrote milk, 4 pumps, and then under that she wrote sweet cream. So you already see where this is going. So I asked her, I was like, how do I ask for this when I get up there? And she was like, just say a medium 4-shot espresso with sweet cream and milk. And I was like, okay. Are you sure there's nothing else? And she was like, no. I think that's good. And it's okay, though. They'll know what you're talking about up there, because I've ordered it a couple times now, so they'll know what you're talking about. I was like, okay, they'll know, because I've never ordered this before, and I usually just order, like, one random thing off the menu that I see that looks kind of good, because I don't want to sit there and try and explain what I want and look like a fool, which is exactly what I did. So I go up there, and I order my drink, and so there's 2 baristas there. I'm just going to say barista 1 and barista 2. And so barista 1 took my order and everything and was like, so is that all? And I was like, well, no, I also have this. And so I start reading off the order, and I'm like, so she wants a 4-shot espresso, a medium, with sweet cream and 4 pumps of milk. They don't pump milk, which I knew, but that's what it says. It says 4 pumps of milk. Look. Milk. 4 pump. what she meant. I have no idea. And so now me and Barista 1 are both confused. And so I start reading it off again, and she was like, we don't pump milk. What are you talking about? And I was like, I don't know, that's just what she wrote. And so she's like, well, let's just start with the size, and then I'll write stuff on the cup. And I was like, okay, she wants a medium. And she was like, okay. And so I was like, and it's a 4-shot espresso, and this is a cold drink. And so she writes it on the cup, and then I'm like, and she wants sweet cream. She writes that on the cup, and I'm like, and then it says 4 pumps of milk. And she's like, okay, what? 4 pumps of milk? And so I hold it up, and I'm like, see? 4 pumps of milk. And she's like, but we don't do pumps of milk. And so we're both confused. And so Barista 2 comes over to try and help. And she comes over, and she's like, so what did she want? And I show her the paper too. And I'm like, I don't know, I read it off exactly what it says. I asked her, and she said everything on here was right. And it says 4 pumps of milk. And she was like, but we don't pump milk. And I was like, I know, but that's what it says. She was like, okay. And so then Barista 1 asks me, she's like, do you want me just to put like half milk, half sweet cream? And I'm like, I guess. Just do a little more sweet cream than milk. And so they start getting the drink ready, and Barista 2 is like putting it all in there, and she stops and looks at me, and she's like, so with this, you said sweet cream. Do you want foamed sweet cream or sweet cream? And I'm like, it just says sweet cream. So, sweet cream. And so that's what she did. And she put the milk in there and just like poured it in there. And I was like, okay, thank you. And my friend had asked for sugar. And so I go over to the side where sugar is, and I'm standing there and I'm looking at the sugar. There's 5 kinds, like 5 different packs of sugar. And I'm like, oh my god, could this get any more complicated? And so I go and I just grab one of each of the sugars because I don't know what she wants. And so I grab all the sugar, I grab the drinks, and I go back into the back. And so I hand her her drink, and she thanks me and everything. And I show her my handful of sugar that I've been carrying. And I'm like, there were 5. I don't know what you want. So I give her the sugar, and she was like, which one's sugar? And I'm like, I don't know, all of them? And so she picks whatever the green one was. I don't know, the pack was green. So she grabs that sugar, and she's like, I guess this will be fine. And she puts it in her drink, and she drinks it. And she said it was good, which I'm glad of, but it was so confusing. Like, we had no idea what she was talking about. And so then I ended up leaving, because my shift was over at 7. So I left, and I went and clocked out, and I have to pass by the Starbucks to go outside. And so as I'm passing by the Starbucks, the 2 baristas are still there. So I go and I talk to them real quick, and I stop by, and I'm like, so she also had no idea what 4 pumps of milk meant. And so now we're all laughing, and she's like, the first barista was like, well, did she like it? And I was like, yeah, she liked it, but she said she also has no idea what 4 pumps of milk meant. So everyone was confused. No one knew what 4 pumps of milk meant. They don't pump milk. They just pour milk. It doesn't make sense. But yeah, next time you go to Starbucks, make sure that if you're having someone else order, you write it down exactly like you want it, because they don't pump milk. But yeah, that's my short little story time for today. Also, I made these cute little earrings. They're like sake, but cute little bottles. But yeah, just make sure you write down exactly what you want when you go to Starbucks. And make sure that the baristas know they don't pump milk. Okay, that's all for today. Bye.